Hey everyone, we are here and we're talking today about Facebook marketing, Cassie. Facebook, hate or love it, it is one of those platforms that as a growing company, you just kind of have to be on. So today we're going to cover 4 of the ways to get started with Facebook marketing, and that doesn't always mean spending ads, although one of the ways is advertising. So I guess the first question, Cassie, that we sometimes hear is, can I use Facebook or can I create a business account in Facebook in lieu of having a website?
Sure.
And so what would your response be to a question like that?
I'd say that in today's world, it's important to have both. Some people look at websites, some people go to Facebook, and you're going to want to reach both of those types of people, not just one. What do you think?
I think one of the keys to Facebook is more and more we're seeing sites that's one of their main referral sources is Facebook.
Yeah.
So it's a way for people to discover your brand or your soap business and then visit and hopefully purchase from your website.
Yeah, it's a first stop kind of.
Yeah, so let's talk about followers.
Okay.
I know a lot of people, when they create a page, they get really disheartened because there's a big goose egg in the top right.
It's like your mom.
Yes, you have 2 followers, your mom and
your assistant
and your assistant, your cousin.
Yeah.
And so I guess the first question is, one, a lot of people ask, well, how do I get followers? And that's a tricky one because a lot of times it just takes patience, and which is a tough answer for a lot of folks. But if you're an entrepreneur, my guess is that you're pretty patient and persistent. Right. Like you understand that good things take time. So posting, having a good brand presence, when somebody lands on your site for the first time, do they get the sense that, or on your Facebook page for the first time, do they get the sense that this is somebody operating out of their basement, or do they get a sense that this is an established business they can trust, that they can maybe contact? Yeah. So I guess just first and foremost, don't get discouraged by the 0 follower count. Second, why? Like why, I guess answering why does having followers, why is that important? Cassie, any thoughts there?
Well, I would say it kind of goes back to what you were thinking. People knowing that your business is legit, and there are people that are currently purchasing your product, or at least are interested in your product. When other people are doing something, more people want to join in. So that's kind of the community result of Facebook. And jumping back a little bit to point 1, we were making fun of, if your mom's your only follower on your Facebook, but it's okay to start out with family and friends.
There you go. Yeah, if you're out there and you're like, hey,
share it with everyone you know and ask them to follow you, and then start with your existing customers if you have some.
Invite some friends, definitely.
Yeah, and I think it's important to have those customers because of the community aspect, but also it establishes brand loyalty, and also they're more likely to remember your brand because instead of having to type in your URL every time they go onto the internet, they're able to just search their Facebook and you kind of pop up. And you're just more on your customers' minds.
Totally. Great points. So
Cool.
You've got a Facebook page.
Yeah.
You've got a website. You've got some soap. What are the 4 ways that you can use now Facebook to grow a business? Let's start with number 1. Can you introduce us to the first?
Yeah. Okay. We're going to cut there?
Interacting.
Interacting.
Yeah,
okay.
we got it written down. We're not going to cut. We're just going straight through.
Okay. So the first one that we think is most important and can start right away when you make a Facebook is interacting with your customers. So that is creating posts about what you're working on in your business. Maybe you're new to soap and you just tell your customers that you have soap now, or maybe you got a new smell, or you're running a sale, and you're able to contact customers in a very personal way. You can see their picture when you're talking to them and know what your customers look like, and vice versa. So I think it's just a really good way to interact with your customers versus over email where they might, fill out your contact form on your website, wait 3 days, you finally get back to them because it was in your spam folder,
Yes,
we've all been there.
Hopefully get an alert or something. But I think that's a great point. Your first follower is your mom, your second follower is your cousin, and then your third is a stranger. And I believe that Facebook allows you to message, if you're a business, folks that like your page. Sure. I think that's a feature. So maybe if, you've been at the farmer's market and you're sort of expanding onto the web, it might be cool to ask that person, hey, how did you hear about us? Oh, I walked by your farmer's market stand, I picked up some soap, and really appreciate your business. Like Cassie was saying, reach out, tell them about yourself, tell them about your business. We talked last video about doing things that don't scale. This is a great example of that. Like following up on Facebook Messenger is something that the big brands can't really do with each individual customer. Or they have an intern that's doing it, part-time.
Right.
And, they go a while, but hey, you're the founder of the company. Like get on there and talk with your customers.
Yeah, and maybe you're posting a picture of yourself at the farmer's market, or the first time you get in a new shipment of soap. You can really interact with them in a unique way.
Yeah. Celebrate those little events.
So number 2, Kyle?
Number 2, events. So Facebook has come a long way when it comes to promoting events. Setting up an event used to be pretty cumbersome. You'd have to, go into Facebook. It was buried under a business page setting that required triple authentication.
Yeah.
Now you create an event, you add a hero image, and it's just beautiful. It's
so
elegant to sign up for. It makes it really clear when and where the event is happening. Hopefully you get 1 or 2 people that sign up for the event, because then their friends find out about, oh, Sarah's going to the event. How cool is that? And Facebook algorithms have done a really brilliant job of using that sort of fear of missing out tactic when it comes to events. I think another thing people have been more and more using events for are things that are already happening, that they're already doing, like the farmer's market we talked about, or like a sale or a street sale, or making an event for something that, is it an event like a wedding? Well, no. Like, there's not this huge thing to celebrate, but hey, it's an event, and maybe you get some people sign up for it.
Yeah, on that same note, I'd say keep an open mind to what an event is.
Yeah.
Maybe you could have an event where a new soap is going to go onto your website. Or maybe your event is you're going to go live on your Facebook, or even, your yearly sale that you have in the middle of the summer. Right. Anything like that. Even if it's not a physical event, you want to remind people when those things are happening and get people to interact with what's going on in your business.
I like that.
Yeah.
The last note on events. The other feature that I really like about events is people get notifications as the event gets closer.
Right, don't forget.
So unlike a calendar event where, it's like 1 o'clock and it's 12:59, like, there's an event happening in 1 minute. Facebook does a good job of making sure that, hey, the day of, it reminds you that this event is happening. So
leading up to it. And it also notifies your friends, hey, you might be interested in this event, which is kind of cool.
Right.
People that aren't following your page.
For sure.
Yeah. Number 3.
Yeah, let's talk sharing.
Yeah.
This is all about engagement.
Yeah.
Facebook, their main focus is making sure that people, stay in the Facebook ecosystem, even though we talked about referrals coming from Facebook, which happens all the time. They want to keep you in Facebook, and they want to keep you involved in Facebook. Part of that is figuring out, discovering new brands and discovering new things that you didn't know about before. If it was just your friends and nothing else, you wouldn't know, oh, yeah, my colleague is on Facebook, or, oh, that event's happening over here that I didn't know about. So they're always trying to get you to discover things.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about how engagement relates to that.
So one thing I would say first is that tip number 1 we had is sort of what you're doing on your Facebook page to put yourself out there and show your customers who you are. Now we're on to tip number 3, where it's sort of a reactive to what your customers are doing to engage with you on Facebook. So Facebook has a lot of features when you're a business page. People can write on your page, they can like your page or follow. I don't know what the correct term is right now.
I think follow,
they can always change it. Yeah.
Join.
They can leave you a review using words or ranking you between 1 and 5 stars. Yeah, and then also they can share your post or your page in general to their own feed, which is really powerful because then suddenly they're using one button to share with potentially hundreds of people versus Google. When someone goes on there and leaves a review, you have to click a couple things and go through a little bit of a process, or leaving a review on Yelp, or even I don't know, whatever other way your customers might be leaving reviews.
Yeah, all sorts of reviews.
Yeah. So Facebook makes it easy for your friends to be like, OMG, I love this soap. Click share, done. It's already showing up to hundreds of other people. And then they get curious and can find your page super easily.
There's some cool contests you can run.
Yeah.
You see it all the time, like share this post for a chance. Now check the legality of those contests.
Yeah.
I would also say that Facebook discourages large brands from doing things like that because I don't exactly know why, because I think it's a sweepstakes versus a contest. But when you're a budding entrepreneur and you're running these little contests, I mean, sometimes I don't think Facebook's gonna throw their iron fist down onto you when you're like, hey, I've got 20 followers and I want some more.
And again, all these tips kind of wrap into why it's important to have followers and how to get followers. I feel like it's a give and take. You know, the more content you give to your followers, the more followers you'll get. Potentially, the more sales you'll make, and it's just a wheel that continues to roll.
Yeah. A rule of thumb we like to use here comes from the Gary Vee model, which is sort of jab, jab, right hook in terms of content that you're producing.
Yeah.
Like, provide some value. If every post you serve on your newsfeed is, purchase my soap, please purchase my soap, pretty please purchase my soap, you're going to get pretty exhausted, and I'll probably unfollow, as will everybody else. But if you are putting together some content on your website, you're sharing that article, and it's all about, hey, did you know that these are the ingredients that go into like all natural soap? You don't have to say from Botany, but you could say, hey, this is, and we have tons of articles on the website about all the ingredients that go into our soap and why it's all natural and organic. So including some of that would be helpful.
Yeah, including information on sales you're hosting can be valuable. Information on you and why you started your business. People love to feel like they connect, especially when they're shopping for a product like natural soap. They love that kind of stuff.
Totally.
Yeah. So I think there's a lot of content you can share.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about ads.
Cool.
That's the fourth. The fourth and final. Advertising.
When you're running a business page on Facebook, usually I think what people think about is spending money on there just to get some ads out in the world. What do you think, Kyle?
Yeah, I think a little that we covered in the last episode was, how much do I spend on marketing? And the question is the dreaded, well, it depends.
Yeah.
But with Facebook, it's great because as an entrepreneur, you can spend $100 a day, you can spend $10 a day, or you can spend $1 a day.
Right.
So the budget is really, there is no minimum budget as with some marketing platforms. If you want to run an ad in the paper, that's going to be a bar that you have to jump over.
Right.
But Facebook makes it really easy, and purposefully so. I mean, they want you to enter your credit card into their system and start running ads. But the targeting is really powerful, so it can't be ignored that, hey, you can target people that like organic, all-natural soap.
Right.
Like, that is something you can do. You can target people that like pages of your competitors. Like, this is something you can do.
Right.
Very few other marketing platforms can you get that specific with your marketing budget. So we sometimes also use the bullseye method. Start targeting and start spending ads, targeting the customers on Facebook that you think are in the dead center of your bullseye. If you're selling soap in Albuquerque, maybe you want to make a post about your farmer's market booth and to come visit it. Well, you're not going to show that nationally to people that like soap because we're in Montana, we're probably not coming to your booth. But Albuquerque, targeting that geo region of people that like soap that might only be 50 people or 100 people. Show your ad to 100 people. Who cares?
Yeah, totally. And then, maybe you just open your e-commerce website and you think more people might be interested. You can start to expand from that bullseye when you feel ready.
Yeah, drive people to your actual site.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so don't be intimidated by ads.
No.
Like you said, you can spend $1, $100, whatever.
Don't need to hire a marketing
you.
firm to launch your first couple Facebook ads.
You can also, when you're making an ad, you can share something that you've already posted on your Facebook page. So that can be super easy, an easy way just to get a couple dollars behind something you've already created. So it can be an easy step.
You can add a button to it also.
Yeah,
cool.
Adding a button.
It's like advanced Facebook ads.
Message us, call us, visit our website, right?
Check it out. Yeah. Schedule, visit.
Yeah, I think
that's a quick look at Facebook marketing.
Yeah, so if you're not on Facebook, you should be.
Get a page, get a business account.
Yeah.
Maybe test some ads, but at the very least, get a page and make it look sharp too. Oh, last tip. This is something we get asked a lot. When posting on Facebook, do you use the I or we, if it's you and a spouse or something managing the business, or if it's yourself, like, hey, I'm at the farmer's market instead of our business is at the farmer's market.
Interesting.
It sort of depends. On our side, I would shift toward the we, or, our business is, Botany is at the farmer's market. Because if your plan is to grow your business, it's not going to be you for long. It's going to be a team.
Yeah.
So think about that as you're working on your messaging.
Yeah, think about your customers and what they're looking for and who they want to be interacting with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
That was a good one.
That's a Facebook marketing. So
cool.
Tell your friends, share this on Facebook.
Share it on Facebook.
And,
follow us on Facebook. And maybe we'll follow you.
Yes, exactly. See ya.
Bye.